everyone, it's Patty. So today I thought it would be fun, excuse the wind if it's a little bit windy, we are outside while the kids are sleeping, and I thought it would be fun to do the husband tag that has been going around. You will be watching this video on Valentine's Day, and I figured what better way to do a Valentine's video than to learn some things about us and how we met and stuff like that. So I thought it would be fun for us to film and fun for you guys to learn a little bit more about our family. So I'm going to ask Chris the questions and he'll try his best to answer them. So the first question is, where did we meet?
We met at a college age ministry group at church.
Yeah, so it was like a church group. Neither one of us went to that church, but it was like a college church group. Where was our first date?
I don't know if we would consider it a date, but I took you...
I consider it a date.
I don't know what our first official...
Okay, we went to, I was starting at the university and he was familiar with it, so he took me to the university to show me around. So that was our first date. So the next one is, where was our first kiss and how was it?
Our first kiss was on our wedding day and it was great.
Yeah, we decided to wait to kiss until our wedding day, so that was our first kiss. How did you know I was the one?
Gosh, the more I thought about it, and the more I thought about the way I felt, I knew you were the one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we just kind of, I feel like, over time, being friends for a while, just knew after forming a good friendship first. What was your first impression?
One of the things that attracted me most about me to Patty was her love for God. She really loved God, and she was very disciplined, and she was opposite than me. Like, she was organized and structured a lot more than me. I'm more spontaneous. So that was big.
Yeah, I feel like we balance each other out well. Like, sometimes I'm too structured, so he helps balance me out and kind of enjoy things more. So I'm thankful for that. So, when did you meet the family?
Well, I met your family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I met your family at church.
Yeah, he started after a while. Like, he found out about our church and started going to our church. So he met them at church before we were even like close friends or dating or anything. So, do we have a tradition?
Christmas?
Yeah, we don't really have like family traditions, I don't think, really, except for like around Christmas time or holidays. Like, we have traditions for holidays, but not anything else besides like holiday traditions. When was our first road trip?
Long distance?
Yeah. I don't count Disney because that's pretty close.
Yeah. First road trip. I can't believe I don't remember.
We went to go visit my family in Georgia. I would count that as our first road trip.
Yeah.
I would say our big road trip was we went to Georgia. Leo was 18 months old, and that was like our first like long road trip. So we did a few other trips, like family vacations, that were like 4 hours long, but I don't consider that like a long road trip. So. What was your first thing you noticed about me? What was the first thing you noticed about me?
How pretty you were?
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. What do we argue about the most?
Gosh. I'm very forgetful, and Patty's very very good with her memory. So, yeah. The rest is history.
We'll leave it at that. Who said I love you first, and where was it?
Gosh. This is rough.
It's okay if you don't remember.
I said it on the car. I said it in the car to you when we got engaged. Right after we got engaged.
Yeah, it was 4th of July, actually. We got engaged on June 30th, which is actually 2 or 3 years later. Leah was born on June 30th. So we got engaged, and then so he actually said, I love you, after we got engaged. So, yeah, so he said it first, because I wasn't going to say it first. So, what's my job?
What do you do for work?
Yeah.
You're a stay-at-home mom,
Yes.
and you do a very good job of it.
Thank you. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
I would say we both do.
What?
I mean,
I think you do more
yeah.
than me.
Yeah, I do, like, as far as providing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but
I'm more like the organizer.
it's hard because Patty's home with the kids, like, all the time.
Yeah, so I like arrange things. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, Patty arranges things, so she's, like, more like raising our kids, but when I'm home, we're both raising them. No, I wouldn't say either of us are dominating, like, we're not, we never really cared about control. Like,
Yeah.
let me control you, you control me.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like working together.
Yeah. Partnership. So, but overall, you do lead us.
Thank you.
So, if I'm watching TV, what am I watching?
YouTube.
Yeah, probably YouTube. Or there's a few shows that we watch together, and a few I watch. I really like crime shows. Like I used to love Castle when that was on. Those types of shows. But mainly YouTube.
But before we were married, I didn't care about crime shows.
Yeah.
But now I watch some crime shows.
Yeah, I like all of those, like, murder solving shows, as long as it's not scary. Which is one food I do not like? What of the one of many foods do I not like? I'm a very picky eater, so.
Anything squishy?
Yeah. That has a weird texture, smell. I don't eat seafood, so.
Seafood, a lot of Chinese food.
Yeah, and Chris is part Chinese, so we're like forever having Chinese food. So, if we're out to eat, what kind of dressing do I order on my salad?
What's usually house? Sometimes
Yeah.
Caesar.
Like a oily based, like house, Caesar, or like Italian,
Yeah.
one of those. I usually don't order Caesar in restaurants because it has like the real anchovies, but sometimes I do. What drink do I order when we go out to eat?
Water.
Water. Yeah. Sometimes lemonade if I'm feeling extra extravagant, but that's the extent. What size shoe do I wear?
8 or 9.
7.5 or 8. If I were to collect anything, what would it be?
Gosh. Collect anything. Antiques?
Yeah, like decorating antiques probably, or like Ray Dunn. I really like that stuff, like the mugs and all that stuff. But probably any type of thing for the house. What is my favorite type of sandwich?
I feel like you really like turkey.
Yeah, I'm like a turkey, cheese, and black olives with mayonnaise, or like the prosciutto.
But she loves caprese.
Yeah,
with prosciutto.
Like prosciutto, mozzarella, tomato, basil sandwich. That's like awesome. What would I eat every day if I could?
Chocolate?
Yeah. Yeah. Need I say more? Chocolate. What's my favorite cereal?
Your favorite cereal? Probably something chocolate.
Yeah, probably Cheerios. Like I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I feel like that's like super sugary. So if I'm like eating like normal cereal, I would say probably Cheerios. I'm not a huge cereal person. Cocoa Puffs I used to love when I was like little, but I'm not a big cereal person. What's my favorite music?
Like Geddes.
Yeah, I'm not a big music person, but I will say, like, if I want, like, calm, like, when on Sunday mornings or when I'm giving birth to our kids, I love, like, worship music. My favorite is the Geddes, Keith and Kristen Geddy. They're, like, Irish, and they do Celtic worship music, and it's really pretty. But I'm not a huge, like, I just have regular, like, the Christian radio on, and I'm not, like, that into music, so whatever's playing is fine with me. So, what's my favorite sports team?
Maybe the Florida ones.
Yeah, the Dolphins. I grew up, my family's big Miami Dolphins fan. But Chris is not into sports. He's into playing sports, but not into, like, watching sports. So we don't really watch sports that much because since he's not into it, I don't really watch. He's more into, like, martial arts and that type of thing. What color are my eyes?
Brown, like hazelnut.
Hazel, yeah. Greenish, brownish. Who is my best friend?
Me.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. We were good friends before we started dating and everything, which is fun. What is something I wish you wouldn't do?
Beep at people on the road.
Oh, yes, that's a good one. Actually, Chris, on our first date, the one where we were going to the university, it was a little bit of a drive, and he was driving me, and he was honking at people, and he's like, just so you know, I have road rage. I think you should know this now. So that was like the first thing he told me on our date. So, and I get so embarrassed. So I'm the type of person who like never honks, so I get embarrassed.
But I don't like randomly beep at people. But if I see someone like this in front of me, it's over.
Yeah, no mercy with this guy with honk. If you were to bake me a cake for my birthday, what kind of cake would it be?
I don't know how to bake well, but I would probably try to bake like a molten lava cake or something chocolatey.
Yeah, anything like double, triple chocolate would definitely be up our alley. So, up my alley, not his. His would be like strawberry shortcake. So, do I play any sports?
No.
No, I'm not athletic at all. I like dancing. That's the extent of my athleticism. What could I spend hours doing?
Catching up on shows and watching YouTube.
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those, like now I don't have as much time because we obviously have kids, but I'm definitely like, I can binge watch like nobody's business. Like I love binge watching TV and that type of thing. What is one unique talent that I have?
There's a lot. Unique talent. I would say you're very, very creative. So you can like watch something and like recreate it. Or like look at something and recreate it really well.
Thank you. I definitely really enjoy like event planning and decorating and that type of thing. So I think that's kind of what you're referring to. Yeah. So I do enjoy that. I enjoy expressing myself in that kind of platform. And then the last question is, why did you fall in love with me?
It's funny because before I realized that I was attracted to Patty, I always look at her and use her as like the ultimate example of like a really good wife who's faithful and disciplined and loves God and is also caring and loving and compassionate. And once I realized I really liked her, I think that was the big thing that like connected. It's like what I loved about her before I knew I loved her, and then realizing that I do like her, and then I loved her. It was kind of, it just meshed together because I knew her as a person. I knew her as a friend before we were together, and then I also knew her when we were like dating, courting, and getting to know Patty. It was huge because I got to know who she was behind the scenes or behind the curtain before we were even dating. So that was kind of cool. I knew who she was. So
yeah, so it wasn't like we had to put on like a show for each other while we were dating because we were already friends before. So. Well, thank you. That was very sweet. So I hope you guys enjoyed Chris kind of joining in with me today. Just so you know a little bit of a background, we are going to be married coming on 6 years in a few months. We have Leah, who's 3, and Hunter, who's 1. Hopefully more kids in the future. And yeah, we have enjoyed living this life together and look forward to creating more memories. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of like our background and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments down below. And thanks so much for watching. Bye!